Hello YouTube, welcome back. So today I am back with another tutorial in Python, and today we are going to learn to create a music player. Okay, so today we shall create a very simple program that is a command based music player. So it's a very small lines of codes, and by using only 70 lines of code you can create a music player. So it will so before I go and jump into how we create it, I want to show you how what I have created and how it works. Okay, so I'll just run this program musicplayer.py. Okay, so it is using the pygame, and these are the options I have created. Okay, so you have a list of options that you can choose, like you want to play, pause, stop, or resume an audio or a music. Okay, you can mute and unmute the sounds, you can increase or decrease the sound, you can play or change the next song. Okay, so let's say if I click 1.
Hello guys, welcome to our YouTube channel. This channel has a variety of video tutorial on cloud computing,
So
FLOSS,
this is
Azure,
the
open system technologies like
video
Linux,
audio.
Unix,
So
X,
for
Python,
example,
shell
if you want to
scripting, Perl
change
and
the
other
song,
computer.
choice, that is number 2. Okay, the music player is paused. Okay, if you want to resume again, you can press 4 and you can resume the player. And at any moment, if you think you want to change the song, next song, you can type M 9 and your song will be changed. Okay, and okay, let me increase the voice now. So 7, yeah, so we type 7. Okay, so it is so by default, if there is no choice, it will exit from the program, and so 0 is to exit. Okay, so this is all I want to discuss today, and I want to show you how to create a command based music player, okay, in Python. Okay, so I hope you will like it. Before that, let me just go back to our channel. This is our channel. Okay, so we share tutorials for Python, cloud computing, and Linux, shell scripting, etc. So please subscribe if you want to watch such kind of tutorials. Okay, and if you find it is useful for you, then only. Okay, so without further ado, let's start. Okay, so I will just okay, yeah, so coming back to our program, so I've imported some modules, like you need pygame for this, and then we need OS to execute some OS level commands, and then I need a random module just for some mathematical calculation. Okay, and then this is the folder I need where my songs are located, so you can place as many number of songs you want. Okay, and then okay, so these are some variables that are going to be used. Fine. So let's just create a menu first. Okay, so I'll just I'll just take this menu which is printed over here, and I'll just print it. Okay, and then I want to I want to accept the choice from the user. Okay, so print, okay, enter your choice number. Okay, so once we accept the choice, depending on the choice, we will perform the action. Okay, so I'll just store this into num is equal to input. Okay, and then it will be stored into num. Okay, so if num is equal to 1, so what we are going to do is we are going to play the music, right? So my songs are stored in this path. Okay, so how am I going to load the songs? So first of all, I have to do pygame dot, so instead of that, so I can load it outside itself, pygame.mixer.music. So this is the module which is a gaming module. So out of that package I am taking mixer class, and from that I have a music, and then music we have several functions that we are going to use. Okay, so if you want to know more about that, what you can do is you can simply do first of all you have to import pygame, and then you have to um, use the help of mixer.music. So here you can see it is one of the module in pygame which is used to control the streamed audio. So and it has these many functions available. You can play a music, pause a music, stop it, queue a file. Okay, you want to queue a file, audio file to it, you can do that. You can set the volume of the music player, you can increase or you can decrease the volume, and you can resume the music. Okay, so these are the functions available which I'm going to use. Okay, so let me just make a skeleton first. So mixer.music.load. So load is one of the function which will be used to load a file. Okay, so instead of loading one file, what I'm gonna do is I will create a function. Okay, and then I will load a lot of music files. Okay, so def load songs, I call it def load songs, and I'm gonna pass a path to it. Okay, fine. So yeah, so here what I'm doing is yeah, so what I will for any file in that path. Okay, so first of all let me define an empty array. Okay, so it is an empty array, and then for file name which is there in that folder, for file name in os dot list dir, and I'm gonna list out the files that is there in the path. Okay, so what I will do is for any file name which is there in this path, okay, if the file name, okay, has a suffix like ends with, these are the string functions that you should know. If you don't know, you have to watch my earlier videos for Python. So, okay, so if it ends with .mp3, so it is up to you. You want to play mp3 or you want to play .wav file, so it's up to you. You can set it up as per your own choice. So if the file ends with .mp3, what you have to do is you have to append those file names to the songs array. Okay, so I'm just appending those. Okay, so append, and then what I'm going to do is os dot sorry, so os dot what is that? So we have to append the file name along with the path. Okay, so path comma file name, right? We have to append all those things. Okay, so yeah, so let me just check what is the append command here. I'll just go back to my already created. So here there is a function called join. Okay, so os.path.joins. Okay, so so here we have to give as os dot path dot, so I'm going to join two paths. Okay, so file name, along with that I'm giving the path. Okay, so yeah, so path and then file names. Okay, so and then finally, yeah, so path is there which I'm gonna pass, and then the file name which matches with this suffix. So out of all this complete absolute path of the audio file will be appended to the songs array. Okay, fine. And then what I'm doing is I'm returning the songs array back to the caller. Okay, so we'll return the song. Okay, fine. Okay, so I'm returning the song. So now I'm gonna call this module load underscore songs. Okay, and then I will pass the path which is there, which contains all the songs. Okay, and then what it will return? It will return a list of songs. Okay, and then finally I am going to use these songs, which contains an array of songs. I'm going to use this to load into the music player. Okay, so what I will do is I will do pygame. So here this function should be actually at this place. Yeah, so music.load, and then I'll load these songs. Okay, so here instead of loading all the songs at a time, I have to load only one song at a time. So here I'm going to use the random function. Okay, so random is again another module in Python which is used to generate a random number. So I have separate video for that also. If you want to see, you can check in my Python playlist. Okay, so range, and then here you have to give out of, let's say there are 10 audio files in the folder. So out of 10 you can choose any one out of that. Okay, so randomly you want to play any one of the audio file in that. Okay, so I'll just give 10. So how do we know how many songs are there? So I'll just use the len variable of the array. So it will give how many audios are there in that array. Okay, so instead of giving a static value like 10 or 12, I will give a dynamic length, which is nothing but the number of songs already returned by this method. Okay, fine. So now this will return a random value out of number of songs you have loaded. Okay, so now here so this will give me a number. Okay, let's call it song number. Okay, and then I'm using this variable at this place to load that particular song. I hope this is clear to you. If not, you can comment and ask me. So the song has been loaded now. So now what I will do, now if the user passes the input as 1, so I will play that song. So pygame.mixer.music.play. So the song is the song is already loaded. I just want to play now. Okay, yeah. So and then else if, let's just give one more option. Okay, so num is equal to 2. So I'll just let me just stop it. Okay, yeah, or just let's call it 3, because as per the option choices we have 3. Okay, else you can say like print please enter a valid choice. Okay, so this is your basic skeleton of the program. Okay, so we are going to implement other options also. Let me just first of all try to run it, and let me see if any options are there. Fine, so first of all let's clear the syntactical errors. Okay, and then here also we have to close the process. Okay, num equal to 3, so every statement ends with a colon. Okay, I mean a definition or a if statement ends with a colon. Okay, now let me see, else again colon. Okay, yeah. So you see now it is giving some another error, so which is mixer.music.load line number 6. So we go back to line number 6, and okay, so with this folder, we don't need this file, this line is we have written separately. I don't need this line anymore, so I'm loading the music at this place. Okay, so now if I run it, so it's giving me the options. So if I just click on first, I'm gonna implement it again. So what we will do is we will create a while loop. Okay, so where should we place the while loop so that it keeps on asking for the next choice? I hope this is very basic to everyone. If you have worked in any programming language, you should be aware how to use a while loop. Okay, so while num is not equal to 0, or it's up to you, you can set your own choice. Okay, so I'm just indenting the items inside while loop, because Python you know follows indentation very strictly. Okay, so yeah, so while num not equal to 0. Okay, so now, so if I see the number 3 is for stopping. Okay, and then the pause. So let's just implement the pause as well. So if I just copy this and paste it back. Okay, so instead of giving if, I'll give else if, which is elif in Python. So I'll just use that. So second option is pause. So here instead of pause, so before that, we need to make a check here, because if the music player itself is not playing and we select this option, what will happen? So let's just use this. So pygame.mixer.music.getBusy. So there is one function called getBusy, which will check if the player is running. So if it is running, then only we have to go for the pause option. Okay, so if it is busy, then only I'll pause it. If the player is playing, then only I'll pause it. Else what we will do is we will just print like the player is not running, something like that. Up to you. Okay, yeah. So then, yeah. So again, coming back to fourth option. So okay, so let's implement the fourth option. So if num is equal to 4, then what we are going to do is we are going to resume. So resume is nothing but the .mixer.music.unpause. There is an option called unpause, which will resume the player. Okay, so instead of that, I think you can add as many validations you want in your function. That's up to you. So I'll give a basic skeleton here. So number 4 is resume. So unpause. So let's say if the song is already what do you call, you want to unpause it. So first of all, let me check if it is paused or not. So here we have a variable I have used here is paused is equal to 1. So I'll just make it 1. So is paused, and at the beginning it will be 0, which means it is not paused. So it is paused 1 means the song is paused. Okay, so once the song is paused, you have to, here you can make a check like if is paused. If it is paused, then unpause it. Okay, else you can print your statement of your choice, like this song is not paused or something like that. Okay, so if it is, yeah, if song is not paused. Okay, here you can print like the song is resumed. So it's up to you. You can decorate it as per your choice. The song is resumed. Okay, fine. So similarly, you can implement other options also, like let's say you want to decrease the sound. So decrease the sound means, okay, let's just implement mute and unmute. Okay, so if the choice is 5, So number 3 is, I guess, stop, right? So here I'll just put stop. So number 3 is stop, and then I will just use just implement mute and unmute. So mute is 5. Okay, so option 5. Okay, so mute means we want to set the volume to 0. Okay, so here we have an option called set underscore volume, and we make it 0. Okay, so if you make it 0, the sound is muted. Okay, yeah, so sound is muted. And if you want to unmute it, you can get back the value. So we'll just unmute it using the option 6, and which is get so set volume is 0. So again, set volume, if we set it back to something other than 0, it will be unmuted. Okay, so 5 is mute and 6 is unmute. Okay, so here before setting the volume to 0, we will get the volume. So because we'll just want to make sure whatever the volume was there with the player earlier, we will get that to restore it back, and then it will return a volume. Okay, so earlier volume or something like that, you can call it earlier volume, and then this volume you can use here to set it back. Okay, so this way you can restore after unmuting. Okay, similarly you can increase the volume, you can decrease the volume, you can set the volume to maximum. So decrease the sound means, which is the option number 8. So I will just copy this and paste it. Okay, so let me just copy this and paste it back. So the option number 8 is decrease sound. Okay, yeah, see, so decrease the sound means let's just decrease the value to so the volume ranges from 0 to 1. Okay, so if you set it to 0.25, it will be very low volume. Okay, so if you put the volume to 1, it will become the maximum sound. So number 7. So let's just implement number 7 option, which is setting the player volume to maximum. Okay, so what you can do is you can simply option number 7, and then option number 7 is maximum sound. So let's just set it to 1. Okay, so it will make the maximum to make the sound to maximum. Okay, now there is one more option called play next song, which is very interesting. So we want to, let's say I'm listening some music, I want to change it. Okay, so which is option number 9. So let's go back to option number 9. So I will just so here what I want to do is I want to reload the music player. Okay, because let's just change this song to something else. So what you can do is, so you can load your player once more. So you can choose another random number. So the logic is choose another random number and load your player with that number of song. Okay, so here what you can do is set the option number 9, and then here you can paste your code. Yeah, so again I am setting it back. So I'm selecting a random value from the number of songs you have, and then I'm setting the song number to that number, and then again I'm loading the music player, and then I am calling the play. Okay, pygame.mixer.music.play. Okay, so here so instead of using this entire dot notation again and again, you can make it short. Like you can use the with, so like with pygame.mixer not music, you can use only the play option, so that way you can do that. So okay, so let me just run this. So far, where are we? Okay, so we have some errors definitely. I'm going back to while loop. So here again I just forget this column every time. Okay, so option number 1, you can hear some sound there. Change this song. Okay, again. Using 5. Okay, so you see with the number 5 options the song is muted. Again, let's unmute it. Number 6. Okay, number 6.
Like I remember you.
Number 2, pause. Number 4,
Do you spend your life
release the sound.
going back in your mind to
Maximum
that
sound.
time?
Okay, so yeah, after that you change the song, you may come back to this same song. That is the
Hello
random
guys,
selection.
welcome to our YouTube
Okay.
channel. This channel has a variety of video tutorial on cloud computing, BOS, Azure, open system technologies like Linux, Unix, X, Python, shell scripting, Perl and other computer technologies. Our channel shows the simplest and step-by-step approach to learn programming. Please subscribe and share.
So as you can see, these are the options I have implemented, and you see the number of lines of code I have written is only how many? 63. So I hope I have covered everything. So you can give some more print functions, or you can make it look even more better. But these are all the options I have covered. Okay, so and coming back to my original program, so I'll just run it again. Okay, so here I'll just put 0 to exit from the program. As you can see, it's saying it's invalid choice, so I think we have to use the, so I think its num is not setting up, so I'll just reset it. Okay, so this is the way your program is working, and then that's all in this tutorial. And if you like it, if you found it useful, please share and subscribe. Happy programming. Bye-bye.